We are here at the 40th annual Rite Cleveland Marathon with KP. He's a member of the PACE teams here, former basketball player, 6'7", and this will be his 10th year as a pacer. KP, how did you get involved with this?
My sister, Cara Kelly, is actually the organizer of the PACE teams. So she's been doing this for, I think, at least 15 years. So I'm her brother. All the siblings in our family end up pacing. So she's had me doing this for 10 years now.
What kind of pace do you run these days?
Well, I'm doing the 5:25 marathon, so they call that the sweeper. So the very last pacer, kind of bringing up the back of the course and all the runners.
So you're going to be running a 5:25 average mile.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah,
I wish. 5:25 marathon. Yeah.
Well, we have a lot of teams here. I understand, 17 pace teams for the marathon and 9 for the half?
Yeah, 17 different times for the marathon for pacers, starting at 3, all the way to me at 5:25. And then for the half, we have them 9 teams for the half. So a lot of pacers out there for all the runners. They'll have a pace group for their time to bring them to the finish line.
How many pacers per group?
For most of them, there's just one. For some of them, there'll be 2 pacers for some of the busier times with a lot of runners, so that they can kind of have 2 pacers to keep track of all the runners.
Do they have to carry the signs the whole way, or do they sort of hand them off to some of the runners to give them a break?
Well, they do carry the signs the whole way. They try to pass it off to other runners. You'd be surprised. It's like less than a pound, but when you hold it like this for the whole 26.2 miles, your arm gets so tired.
I was going to say, yeah, I mean, you're trying to run a gate and so on, and there's this little cattywampus, so they don't accidentally run in circles, do they?
No, it does get tough. It's funny, the sign,
sure.
Little light sign, it gets tough, yeah.
All right, so your sister has been involved in the race. How long?
I think at least 15 years. It's been quite a while. She started marathon running a long time ago and ran this race. Okay. And then when they wanted to add pacers, she started up the pacer group, and I think it was about 5 pacers back then, and no one had ever heard of an official marathon pacer. And then now here, several years later, we have 17 different pace groups.
And at least one representative, sometimes more, in each of the groups.
Yes, yeah.
Excellent. Well, how do you get volunteers to do this?
Well, a lot is runners that we've kind of met over the years that we know faster runners or run some good consistent times. We usually test them out pacing the half first,
sure,
and then bring them back the next year running the full. Usually put stuff out on social media asking for people who want to pace, and then we kind of check out their times and check them out, and then give them a chance to come pace. So there's a lot of regulars every year, but there's also some new pacers each year as well.
Excellent. Are we going to get some good weather tomorrow, I hope?
I hope so. It's going to take a little Cleveland miracle here on the lake for that to happen, but you never know. Should be a little humid, a little rain.
Well, it's a beautiful course. It's the 40th annual race. This is your 10th, so it's a sort of symmetry here. Good luck tomorrow, and thanks for talking with us, KP.
Thank you.
Elizabeth and Belle Schneider are sisters. I think Elizabeth is 13. Belle, you're 11. And at this tender age, both have run 10 marathons. What got you started at such an early age running such a long distance?
Our gym teacher, Miss Bartoletti.
Uh-huh.
Our gym teacher.
All right. Are you going to run the race tomorrow?
Yes. Uh-huh.
The full length?
Yes.
How long does it take you to run a marathon?
Our PR is 4:59. Yeah, 4 hours, 59 minutes.
Do you run it together?
Yes.
Okay. How many times have you run Cleveland? This one here?
3.
3. What are some of the others you've done?
Illinois, Athens, Florida, Kansas City, Richmond. We've done this one 3 times. We've done Richmond twice. Yeah.
That's a lot of marathons at your age. Do you know any other kids, or any other girls or boys your age who've done this many marathons?
No.
I don't think I do either. So are you going to set a record tomorrow? Maybe?
Probably not because of the heat.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes it harder, doesn't it? Well, what do you want to do going forward? Do you have any goals to run in the Olympics, or to run on a track team, or just to have fun, or?
50 state challenge.
50 states? How many have you run so far?
10. Wait, I mean
10 total,
yeah.
But at least 3 have been here.
4.
4?
5.
5. Where do you live? Where are you from? Are you from Ohio?
No, we're from Pleasant Hills, Pennsylvania.
From Pennsylvania. Okay. Well, what fun! Wow, that's amazing. Well, we will look for you out in the course. Wave to us. We will have cameras. Congratulations, Elizabeth and Belle Schneider. 13 and 11, and they've both run 10 marathons.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, girls. Barb Benage of the Detroit Free Press Chemical Bank Marathon is going to be celebrating, well, actually, the marathon is going to be celebrating something very similar to what we are doing here with the Rite Cleveland Marathon. Its 40th anniversary, actually 55 years if you consider another incarnation of the race.
Yes. The Detroit Free Press took it over in 1978 from the Motor City Striders, and when the Motor City Striders had it, it ran on Belle Isle, around and around Belle Isle, I think 5 or 6 times. So we took it and we brought it international.
Well, the course has changed quite a bit through the years, sometimes due to construction, sometimes due to strategic possibilities. What are some of the highlights of the current course? It's been kind of steady in the more recent years.
We have been steady. You know, we used to finish inside Ford Field. We finished inside Old Tiger Stadium one time, Hart Plaza, Belle Isle. But we've been pretty even. It's nice to keep the same course. It helps our volunteers and our crew understand what we need to do and just tweak little parts of it every now and then.
And it's a pretty amazing experience for those who haven't done it. It is truly an international marathon, and the way to get from Michigan to Detroit and back to Michigan again is pretty unique in the running annals.
It is. You know, we go over the Ambassador Bridge, and then we come through the Detroit-Windsor Tunnel. We call it road racing's only underwater mile. So it's unique. And then we have Belle Isle. We go through historic neighborhoods like Indian Village, Corktown, Mexican Town. You see a little bit of everything. So it's really a great course.
Greektown, sure.
Yep, and Greektown, a little bit of Greektown. This year we're lucky we don't have a home Lions game, so we're really happy about that. It'll make congestion downtown much easier, and plenty of places to park now.
Certainly. What kind of turnout can we expect for we have the marathon, the half marathon?
Yes, we have 2 half marathons. One that is international and one that is U.S. only. So people that can't run international or maybe afraid of heights or in the tunnel, maybe afraid of claustrophobic, they run the U.S. half. We also have a 5-person marathon relay team and a 5K and a kids run on Saturday.
All right. Any anticipation of numbers coming off past years?
You know, I think we're going to hover around 26,000 for all of our races, so we're pretty happy with that. Yeah.
You going to do anything special for the 40th?
Well, we have, I believe, 4 runners that have run all 40 of them. So we're going to be doing something special for them. We're thinking some things what we're going to do some retro stuff, and we'll just go from there. We've got some ideas in mind.
All right. Well, very exciting. Another 40th anniversary. Congratulations, Barb. This is your second stint as a race director. What happened in between?
I was with the marathon from 89 to 2008, and then I went off and worked for nonprofits, and then I came back in 2014. So it's been a great coming back. Love it.
It's a great event to come back to. Congratulations. Thank you, Barb. We're looking forward to the race.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
You are smooth. You have some-
Hi, Carter Sherline with Michigan Runner, and we're at the Rite Aid Cleveland Marathon Expo, the 2017, and we have with us the race director of Christmas Story Run.
Yes, my name is Amy Kentner, and we have had this race. This is our 5th year, and it's the 5th annual for the Christmas Story Run that is set from the movie back in the 1980s.
So tell us how your race. Well, first of all, you have a 5K and a 10K.
Correct.
And you hold it in December, I assume.
Obviously, it's always the first Saturday in December, and the entire race is based on the Christmas Story movie. So our runners actually, when they start the race, they actually start downtown in Public Square where the movie was filmed, and where Ralphie originally saw the Red Ryder BB gun in the movie. And then they run to the Christmas Story house, and actually the finish line is actually the mailbox that from the original movie.
Yeah, I do remember the line, "You'll shoot your eye out."
Oh, definitely, you'll shoot your eye out.
And we have Triple Dog Dare You.
Yes, this is actually the replica of the new medal for this year, and it's a spinner medal since year number 5, and it is the year of I Triple Dog Dare. The race is really a really neat thing. We actually, because of the theme of the race, we actually heat up 600 gallons of Ovaltine at the finish, so they get to actually experience Ovaltine. We have signs on the courses all about facts of the movie, and everyone gets a free entry to tour the Christmas Story house.
All right, well, thank you. I certainly would like to get to that one myself. I tried a couple times, haven't been able to work it out, but I'm going to make an attempt to get over to it.
Ralphie would love it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Angela Paul is an event organizer for the third year Rock Hall Half Marathon and Team Relay. This event has sort of an interesting history.
Yeah, we took this race over, and this will be the third year going. We took it over from the Rock and Roll series that came here to Cleveland, and they put on a race. The second year that they were going to come back and do it, they didn't have enough participants and ended up pulling out of Cleveland. So a local timing company group, Great Lakes, Greater Cleveland XC, came and put on this race. This was 3 years ago, together with the museum.
So some local people kind of put on their bootstraps or pull together and have done this, and you have continued, and you are officially affiliated with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It's in partnership with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum.
All right. Well, it's a pretty sweet medal. Tell me some other features of the Rock Hall Half Marathon and Team Half Marathon.
Okay. So probably the biggest feature that I've noticed participants coming around here at this expo, they see this medal and they want to earn this. This is the finisher's medal. So every finisher of the half marathon gets one of these.
You have some other sweet ones here too.
Yeah, this was this was the first year that we did it, and then that's the second year medal there. I don't know if you can grab that one with the slider. So that's one of the biggest features. And then this year, we're actually going to have bands on the course, so live bands, and they're all going to be local Cleveland-based bands.
All right.
And they've come because they just want to help cheer on our runners and participants and then celebrate Cleveland. And we're hoping to bring a lot more people from other cities to come to Cleveland and run it.
Do you start and finish near the hall?
It starts and finishes right at the Rock Museum.
All right. And you're August 20th. That's kind of a hot time of year. You might hope for some nice breezes off the lake.
It is. It is right near the lake, and then you kind of circle all around and then come back. So you do get some of the breezes, and it also starts pretty early in the morning. So
all right.
Hopefully you get it in before it gets too hot.
Well, if I'm interested in running the Rock Hall or the Rock Hall Half Marathon and Team Half Marathon, where can I find some more information online?
There is a website, so it is the rockhallhalfmarathon.com.
Yeah. Stephanie Waldron is with Prayers from Maria, one of the sponsors of the 40th annual Rite Aid Cleveland Marathon Expo. Stephanie, tell me kind of a beautiful story about Maria and what Prayers from Maria is about.
Maria was a 5-year-old little girl who lived in Avon Lake, and at the end of her kindergarten year was diagnosed with DIPG, which is a very deadly brain tumor in the brain stem that's incurable. And when her parents were given the diagnosis, they were told that there was really nothing that could be done for her. And they obviously did not want to accept that. They wanted to do whatever they could to save their daughter. And they uncovered that there was very little research money that was given to childhood cancers. So they got the idea to start the foundation, and Prayers for Maria started in 2007. That same year, Maria did pass away, 14 months after her diagnosis. And they started the Prayers from Maria Foundation, and it is called Prayers for Maria because Maria did receive some radiation treatment at St. Jude's.
Yes.
And when she was there, she met a lot of other sick children like herself. And every night she would come home and she would pray for all of those children that she met. So that's kind of where the idea came up with Prayers from Maria. Since the foundation started in 2007, we have raised over $1 million for research grants. We've awarded 400,000 of those grants to Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. We did one here at Metro Health. We've done one with Case Western Reserve University, and we're getting ready to award the other 600,000 very soon.
That's huge stuff. You might see from the Hope here and from little seed packets here that there's sort of the visual tribute that people see manifest from their gifts. Can you tell me something about that?
Well, the sunflower has kind of been our symbol. It started with just in the beginning, Maria liked sunflowers, and they kind of put that with a blog that they were doing on her and her as she was sick. And then it just kind of developed as our symbol of hope. And we planted a sunflower field in Avon 3 years ago. We've done it for 3 years. We're getting ready to plant again for the 4th year, so that it blooms in September, which is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. We just wanted to raise awareness for childhood cancer, and so we planted the field, and now we have like thousands of people who visit the field every year, and it's really made the foundation grow a ton. Everyone knows who we are now. We're just a little grassroots foundation originally, and now we're really doing big things.
Well, if I'm from out of town or coming by the Cleveland area, is there a way I might see some of the flower field? I understand it might be close to Interstate 90?
Yes. Well, it's only I want to make sure everyone knows it blooms at the end of August, beginning of September, and the flowers are really only in bloom beautifully for about 4 weeks. So just know that.
There's sort of a poetry to that in a young life.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
You got it. You've got it. But it is off I-90 in Avon, and you can visit the field by going. It's at the intersection of Jay Cox and Chester Roads in Avon. That's how you enter the field, and there's paths to walk through the field. It's really a beautiful place.
Is there any annotation sharing Maria's story there?
Oh yeah, we have throughout the field. There are facts about childhood cancer. There's pictures of lots of children who have passed, like Maria. We have a shop there where we sell awareness items and we answer questions about the field. And people want to, hear about Maria's story or the other children. They can come visit us there.
Well, if I were interested in learning more or perhaps making a donation, how might I do so?
Visit prayersfrommaria.org is our website. There's a donate button on there. It's really simple to do, and you can read all about her story on there.
And this is 10 years in, and you've raised a lot of money for a very good and necessary cause.
Yes, we have. We're very happy about it.
Congratulations. Thank you for talking with us.
All right.
Stephanie.
Thank you.
You want me to get out of the way and put the website in? He likes to shoot the website. Can you zoom in on that, Carter?